T video.
All right, it's time to play the man, T of the hour.
Yep.
Mr. Butt King.
I like how at the very first thing in the title is Drunken Peasants.
Drunken Peasants. Yeah, you're affiliated with us, Brett.
Drunken Peasants, Brett Keane, not a feminist or social justice warrior.
Didn't he always used to get after us like, you put my name on your title, make it very popular.
He flagged every video that we mentioned him in or had his name in the title.
Yeah, it's like, so wait, we added your fucking 200 fucking view a video name to our fucking podcast, and somehow that's like stealing views from you or some shit. Yeah. But you can fucking put the name of our like many times more popular than your channel podcast in your titles, and it can be the first fucking words in the title, almost making it seem like you're creating content of the Drunken Peasants. And we're just supposed to be like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here it is.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brett Keane from God TV Radio. Make sure you check out all
Brett.
my other YouTube channels.
Oh, yeah.
Connect with me on Twitter and Facebook. All links can be found in the description.
Cool.
I've been feeling a hell of a lot better.
That's good.
My health is improving. Been getting stronger, losing weight, and feeling like the ultimate sexy beast that we all know that I've always been. And all.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say.
I think even he's not.
Yeah,
he's joking, right? Like I think even he's a little.
He's done that throughout time. He does this like Brett Keane, I'm a sexy beast. Oh yeah, wrestling voice that he does all the time. So I think maybe he realizes he's not much to look at.
By the way, if you were looking at him right now, he does not look like he's lost weight, but he does seem a little more peppy. He's actually sitting up, so it's one of his good days.
Sure,
you know.
Always will be. Today I'm going to talk about Tommy from the Bronx.
Actually, I can't tell if he is sitting up. He actually may be lying on his belly. It's really hard to tell at the angle.
Announcing that he's going to be doing his own live show, his own podcast. But
not everyone gets to do a podcast, all right? Sorry. We're the Drunken Peasants. We got a show. Pretty much everyone else just give up. That's my attitude.
According to the description of what the podcast is going to be about, it's basically what many Drunken Peasants fans have done to simply plagiarize and copy off of DP.
I actually agree. Wow. Thanks, Brett. Yeah. Damn right. Brett Keane, you ain't so bad after all, buddy. How about I give you $75 to parrot my views?
And then end up making a podcast exactly the same, which is usually racially motivated.
Yeah.
Sexual deviancy.
Yeah, they're stealing our formula.
People sitting around talking massive shit about other people that they don't know.
I think we know you pretty well, Brett.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the fact that I've interacted with you on and off since 2006 gives me I know Brett Keane status.
Yeah, dude. Maybe he's talking about other people we talk about. I mean, it's true. We'll tear people a new asshole that we don't even know, but it's because they're talking a bunch of stupid shit themselves. Like, you can't expect you can talk shit, but no one can talk shit about the shit you talked. That's just silly.
It's not the let's harshly critique reasonable arguments podcast. Like, the people that we talk about on this show are saying absurd fucking things.
Yeah, like we literally find like the bottom of the barrel crazy fucking people who say things that make no goddamn sense whatsoever. It's not like we have a civil disagreement about this. If that was all there was, no one would even give a shit about watching. People are like, who gives a shit about this show?
Yeah, he acts like he acts like we're watching like the public school board meeting in Poughkeepsie, Illinois, or some shit, and we're like, look at this fat bitch. Look at this fat bitch saying we should have more reduced lunch prices. Oh, look at this dumb fat fucking cunt. Like, no, dude. The people that we're talking about are saying things that are patently absurd and worthy of scorn. You included.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, Brett, like, on many levels, you're not even the worst of them.
No.
Like, if you would... Like, when you're actually making content about stuff, I would say it's really dull... But it's really not that fucking like batshit crazy. Your major problem is just that you fucking even though you criticize us for like they just attack people. I mean, that's what you do.
Right. I mean, you had a channel that was called God TV Radio, but all you ever did was make videos about TJ and how he's a scammer and he shoves bananas up his ass.
And Paul's ego.
Yeah.
He made a bunch of, well, not as many, he didn't make as many against Paul as he did me, which is weird because Paul's actually way meaner to him.
That's true.
You know, honestly, like, I feel like Paul and I both have some kind of sympathy for Brett Keane on some level, but I think that Paul is less liable than me to let it get in the way of what he says.
Right.
Like, he's he's not going to censor shit. Because part of him, I think Paul's very comfortable with the fact that there's nothing actually redeeming about Brett Keane. But I'm still, like, kind of naive and searching for it. Like, he can't be totally 100% a piece of shit.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same boat with you. I don't think he's 100% irredeemable piece of shit. Like, but that doesn't exempt him from criticism of his stupid shenanigans with me.
Oh, I would never exempt him.
Yeah, just because you could do better, like maybe possibly in some alternate universe be a productive member of society that isn't just a fucking vampire drain on everybody around you, this giant emotional black hole that is Brett Keane. Like, yeah, that doesn't mean that Brett Keane gets to skate on being a fucking scumbag. I've never said anything that's untrue about Brett Keane. Ever.
Yeah, I don't think you have.
Like
other than like comedic exaggerations.
Well, sure, yeah, like the whole manatee thing. Like, oh yeah, he's a manatee. But like, you know, he's called me every fucking name in the book. But when I say something,
Paul,
yeah,
I just want to remind you that you can't have children of your own.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like he's accusing like me constantly of berating him like a violent coyote. But like I revealed to people, not that it bothers me because I would never have revealed it if it would have. But like that's where he goes because that's the juiciest little tidbit he has about me is that I can't have kids. So let's go directly to it. Like not even insinuate it, just like Paul can't have kids. Ha ha.
I already have kids. I'm better than Paul at something.
Like, so fuck Brett Keane. Like the way he acts now, the way he conducts himself is reprehensible. He's a piece of shit. He's not worthy of like anybody's like pity or remorse.
Huh? Yeah.
In order to improve their self-esteem or feel better about themselves at the end of the day, while at the same time engulfing large amounts of drugs and alcohol.
It doesn't make me feel better about myself. I just think it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't use any of the drugs I use as like a self-esteem tool, really.
Or making fun of Brett.
Yeah,
I don't even respond to people who say that type of shit. Like you're just making fun of X because your life is Y. It's a horseshit accusation to detract from somebody's horrible fucking arguments. Brett, look at the things that you've done and said over your YouTube career. That's why people talk about you. That's why people have disdain for you. It all emanates from you. We're not like,
but I mean, like, the thing I don't get is the internet has such a short memory in some ways. Like, in some ways it lasts forever, but in other ways, like, people move on and don't give a shit very quickly. Like, oh, that was yesterday. There's some new shit I'm looking at now. There's some new novelty I'm looking at. So, like, if Brett would just like stop doing the same pattern of stupid shit over and over and over again, his reputation could at some point conceivably recover enough that at least he could have a respectable little audience. You know, probably nothing ever big, but maybe he can have like 600 or 700 people that tune in and actually give a shit about what he says. But instead, it's like he just repeats the same fucking patterns of behavior over and over again. It's like he wants to, it's like on some level, he just wants to let you know, hey, I'm a total piece of shit. Look at how I act all the time.
Here's what you gotta do to be big on YouTube. Like Fred. First of all, stick a banana up your ass. It's like, what? Fred never stuck a banana up his ass.
Who is he talking about?
Yeah. I don't know.
Which in turn will end up killing them, causing them to be depressed, which explains the high suicide rate of atheists.
that's
Tommy from the Bronx will most likely invite me.
What about the suicide you're committing with fucking like Twinkies and donuts and mac and cheese and like what about that slow suicide?
Yeah, playing World of Warcraft and fucking making shitty YouTube videos for a living, laying in a cot in your depressing like the room that he was in the last, I don't know if it's the same room, but the last video we watched, it reminds me of like one of those like portable classrooms. Like the
dude.
Wall.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, where is Brett living, dude? Like, what is going on in your life, Brett?
To his pod crap sooner or later, and being the type of guy that I am, pretty much damn near willing to talk to anybody in chat, I may go in there.
Oh my god, that's so not true. You kick people from your chat room for the least little disagreement.
He's going to go into
I heard a story the other day. Someone from the wiki came to Brett Keane's chat, and they're like, yeah, I'm one of the editors of the DP Wiki. And Brett's like, send me the page about me. And he's like, okay, here you go. And he sends it to Brett, and Brett's like, don't spam me with hate. And he fucking blocks him. It's like, you asked to see it, you asshole.
Brett did that to me one time. He came to me. He was like, you know, this was like years ago, and he was like, Paul Zigo, you know, we've had this like long-standing feud, and I just want to come bury the hatchet. You want to come into my live show and let's just talk it out. You bring up any issues you have with me in the particular situation, and then I will bring up issues. You know, we'll talk like gentlemen. I was like, okay, I was like, fine, Brett, whatever. Okay, yeah, cool. Come on your show. Give me a link. So I go to a show, and I'm sitting there. It's a Stickam show. And he's like, well, Paul, what are your problems? And I was like, well, my problems, Brett, is that you've revealed yourself to be like a duplicitous piece of shit. Like the entire time I've ever interacted with you, you'll tell me one thing to my face and then do different things behind my back. And you seem to cozy up to people really quick and then have drama with them really quick. And I think it's because of you. And he was like, I don't put up with hate, Paul. There you go. And he just blocked me. Like that was it. Like he called me into his room and was like, "Give me your list of grievances." And I said one thing, and he was like, "You're just a hater. You're just a troll. You're no better than the people who are trolling me." Blocked me. Like so. That's what Brett Keane does. It's part of the fucking pattern.
But he'll talk to anyone.
But he'll talk to anybody. Yeah, he'll talk.
Provided that you'll kiss Brett Keane's ass.
Exactly.
He'll talk to you.
and watch his show while he leaves. You know, once an hour for 15 to 20 minutes at a time.
Babysit my show for me.
Yeah. I got kids. Got to go check on them. It's like I don't think that's true.
French vanilla situation.
I doubt Brett is going and checking on his fucking kids. He's sitting there. He's playing Fallout 4. He's like, I'm gonna go play Fallout for a while. Just keep the show running, guys. It's really great content so far.
I mean,
like,
his kids are what? Like his son is like 18 or something, right? And his daughter, she must be like in her teens too by now, or at least like, yeah, right? She was like, I don't know, she was like 3 or 4 when I fucking joined YouTube in like 2007, 2008.
I don't know. I haven't seen his kids, and I'd have to think about it. Like, because he showed his own. The only time I've ever seen his children have been in a Brett Keane video. By the way, for all the times that he claims like people have released photos of my children. Like the only time I've ever seen Brett Keane's children have been in his own videos when he's using them to eBay and shit.
I did see a picture of his son somewhere. Like I don't know if I think it might have been on the subreddit or something.
Yeah, he probably linked to it himself at some point. Like he's had his kids in his videos before.
Yeah,
they used to be part of like an intro that he had, where it was this really bad '80s hair metal, and it was when he first turned Christian. And the final shot was him and his kids standing with their backs to the camera, looking at a river or something, and then they slowly turn around in unison and face the camera, and then it, like that was the end.
The most telling thing is that his fucking son is like pretty skinny, and I'm sitting there like, with Dawn and Brett Keane as your parents, how are you fucking skinny? And then I realized they're fucking stealing all the food. They're not even letting fucking Brett Jr., whatever the fuck his son's name is, have any fucking food. Poor fucking kid.
Recently, he and I had a
Can you imagine that in life, dude? I mean, let's talk. I mean, like, I guess Brett Keane will accuse us of attacking his family, but it's really not attacking his family. It's really almost like sympathizing with his family. Because can you just imagine, like, life where Brett Keane is your fucking dad?
Oh, God, man.
Can you imagine just looking at him and being like, this is my dad, and, on some level, I kind of love and respect him no matter what, but, like, honestly, as I get older and see more clearly and objectively, he's kind of a piece of shit. And, you'd be like trying to make excuses for him and shit, but like probably by the time you